Good morning, children. Welcome back to the fourth video on chapter force for standard 6 physics. Here we are going to learn what are the kind of forces. So basically two kind of forces are there. So contact forces and non-contact forces. It's given in the book. So let's start with the definitions of contact force. The force which acts on bodies by making an actual contact is known as contact force. And what is a non-contact force? The force which acts on bodies by making no actual contact. So it's non-contact force. So next come to the point, understanding what is the contact force is all about. Let's have a clear concept regarding the term contact force. Let the force which acts on bodies by making an actual contact. Look at the page number 37 or 38. It's given. Suppose, children, when a muscular force is applied, suppose you are pulling a chair to move it from a place to another place, you are applying a force through the muscles of your body. So that is a muscular force which is being applied. Now coming to the frictional force. The second point is the frictional force exerted. The force, suppose you are pushing something through the hands, means you are exerting force, it is moving along with the friction. So here the friction force is exerted. Now coming to the force of tension, the force of tension, such as force of tension, here the tension force is the force that is transmitted through a cable, rope, wire or string when it is pulled tight by the forces acting from opposite ends. It is in the directed along the length of the cable and pulls equally on the objects on the opposite ends of the wire. Simply, children, here you can take an example of a spring. Suppose a spring is fixed at some place and you are putting a load on it, so it is creating a tension on the spring, and then on sudden when you remove the load it will come back to the original form. So that is the force of tension. Now coming to the fourth point, that is the force of reaction normal to the surface when a body is placed on the surface. Suppose when you are keeping a book on a table, the weight of the book is on the table. Suppose if you are keeping 1 liter of bottle of water on your hand, so that bottle will weigh 1 liter or 1 kg. You will feel that weight on your hand. So the force of reaction normal to the surface when a body is placed on surface. I hope this concept of contact force is clear to you all. Up to contact force, it is basically in the portion. So still I am giving you a idea of what is non-contact force. So look what is non-contact force. Concept on regarding the term non-contact forces, the forces which acts on bodies without making an actual contact. So basically, children, here non-contact force, we understand that when we do not have any contact physically, or where the force is without any contact, actual contact, then that forces are known as non-contact forces. So look at the syllabus issued by the school, children, and learn through the chapter force. So some of the non-contacted force are the gravitational force. Suppose you throw a ball in the air, it will come back to the ground, means it is having a gravitational force. Electrostatic force, the comb experiment. Suppose you are rubbing a comb in your head and then you are putting the comb in front of a small pieces of paper, then you can see that the comb is attracting the small pieces of paper. That is electrostatic force. And the magnetic force, the magnetic force is used in industrial plants where to lift or to move some objects with the help of the magnetic force. So basically, children, you have to learn the contact force because up to the portion the contact force is coming. So I hope you will go through the chapter and learn the kind of forces, effects of force, and what is force all about. Thank you, children. Please study the chapter. Have a nice day. Thank you.